was a kid out the dirt. And where I am today is because of that grace and mercy. You can actually be a poor kid from nothing. And because of God's grace and mercy, He can put you in places you never ever thought you'd be. If you forgive a person, but you hang on to the anger, the pain, and the hurt, and you say you forgave the person, then you don't understand what forgiveness really is. Forgiveness is not for the other person, it's for you. The day you were born and the day you discover why. The two most important days of your life. You 103 years old?
Yeah.
And you 100.
That's son.
Miss Willie, you said that the secret to a happy marriage is being nice to each other.
Yeah.
Any other advice you have?
Just sit down and talk things over.
Talk things over?
Oh yeah, and get a good understanding of what you're doing and where you're going.
I never did one piece of homework in my entire 4 years of high school.
Why?
I needed the time to hone my skills on my future and not figure out where Saturn was. So when I got home as a freshman in high school and the new Beckett baseball card guide would come out, I would lay in bed for 6 hours and memorize the prices on everything. If I had all the prices memorized, that was an advantage over the other people that didn't.
Let me tell you this. If you've made it through addiction or mental illness, you have something. Because a lot of people don't. If you are still kicking today, battling those demons, you have something. Because a lot of people didn't wake up today because they couldn't make it. They couldn't cut it, and you fucking did.
It's time to stay focused. It's time to decide, fuck clubs, fuck partying, fuck trying to fit in and socialize, rub elbows with everybody so people can stop calling you weird. Let me tell you something, homie. These women ain't going nowhere. These clubs, these parties, all this shit ain't going nowhere.
I can get a $10 million check today. I'm gonna be the hardest working person I know the day after. Like, I still outwork the brokest person in the room. I still outwork the brokest person I know. You get what I'm saying?
We don't need a consulting firm. We just need to hire new haters. Haters highlight your weaknesses. And if you're smart, you're like, he makes a good point. Thank you for that feedback. Now I kick your ass because you pointed out my weakness. What a great consultant.
Tell yourself the truth. Someone calls you dumb, it's mean, but you might be fucking dumb. If someone calls you fucking fat, they may be bullying you, but you might be fucking fat.
And that terrible feeling when someone does tell you that you're fat, you can use that as fuel.
As fuel, period. It's life, man. Take it for what it's worth and change it.
I see a tall guy coming at me, and he begged for money. Put down my window. This guy is the guy that used to bully me in school. Park the car, go talk to him. I said, what the hell you doing here, man? He's like, he thought I would be angry because when he see me, he saw his reaction, like, shoot, like now I'm world champion, you know, like I can't beat him up, you know?
Right.
Back in the day, he was like 3 years older than me, was bigger, he was beating me up in the bus, this guy. Now he see me, he's like kind of a scare. I get out of my car, he don't know if he should run or not. So I go to him, I say, what you do here, man? He's like, yeah, I know, but things doesn't go well for me, you know? I was like, all right. I give him what I have left on me, you know? Like, I don't remember, like 100 something. I say, get out of here, man. It's like, you're full of potential. It's like, get out of here, man. Like, when I was young, when I wanted to be like you're a tall guy, man. You're good looking. It's like full of potential. A few months later, I go to my parents' house for having dinner. Then my dad say, hey, you know who come to the house a few days ago? This guy. He said you met him in the street, but now he wanted to talk to you, but I said you don't live here, and I didn't want to give you a number. But he said, look, George, he talked to me. And he said he changed my life. Now I have a job and I feel good. I just want to say thank you to him. And it feels so good. Like,
Wow.
just when I met him and I didn't get angry at him, like, because it was still there. He did very bad stuff to me when I was young, but when I see him, it made me feel good, kind of a relief now. Just to meet him in the street and make kind of a peace and give him money. Like, yeah, you beat me up, I give it to you. I still give it to you if you do that to me. That make me feel much better than if I would like beat him up. When I was going to bullying, I believe I was bullied because I didn't love myself. Because I project a very bad image of what I think of myself. And I didn't like to be bullied, of course, but I didn't like the person that I was. But I found out through martial art, in order to love myself, I needed to change myself. And I wish I would tell you that I got out of bullying because a Hollywood story, I used martial art to beat up all the bullies. But it's not how it happened to me. It happened because I changed myself from the inside out. I learned to love myself.
A man has to have three things together. If we don't have those three things answered, who he is, what he does, and how much he makes, we are very difficult to live with.